Hello, welcome to Spy Money. This is a new settings that we came up with this week. It's on the Sweet Scalper. It's actually doing really well. This is a live account. As you can see right over here, this is live. I just turned it on afternoon. Market's moving pretty good, and I wanted to go ahead and see what we could do with it. Right there is $310. So first trade, $310. We got stopped out right there. Hands free, not touching it. And running 4 contracts. Taking 2 real quick, and then a third about 5 points later, and then we're letting our runner go. So $310, pretty good. As far as how would this have worked in the past, we would have had a very good run here. This would have been profitable here. So all of the white bars would be the shorts, and all the teal ones would be the longs. And we're running this on a Ninzarenko. Ninzarenko does okay as long as you have some filters in behind it, and what we have here is a flow filter. And the flow filter, if it's green, it takes longs only. If it's red, it takes shorts only. And it's all built into the bot. We have settings that run with it. It does a good job. We have been using it on the Spy Money bars. Both actually work pretty good. And it just depends on what you're comfortable with. I feel that the Ninzarenko seems to hold the trades a little bit better and keep you out of a little bit of chop. So, but it's actually doing pretty good. I'd say that we're probably going down to these levels down here. But right now it's fighting on the TP3. I'd like to see it kind of come through, pull back to it, and then it take off down to the bottom. So it looks like it's what we're going. It very well may reverse up. We're at the current session low of the day. So we made that low right here. And it does pretty good. You can control, you can draw chop zones in here if you want. So if you put the chop in there and then turn your chop zone to on, and then it won't trade in that area. Or you can just pause the bot and then turn it on whenever you want to see it trade again. But I have tutorials to teach how to use this. This is not a basic bot. Sweet Scalper does a really good job, but you really need levels, you need filters. There's a lot of things you need to have in here in order to be able to trade correctly. So right now what we're waiting on is this to pull back. If it pulls back over top of this and makes a higher high, I would probably just pause the bot. Right now we're up $310 on 4 contracts. Pretty good money. A lot of people that come into our group want to make anywhere from $500 to $1,000. And I tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this because we're in this level right here. And it double bottomed right here. So this is probably going to chop around. So I would rather for it to wait and get out of this. As soon as it gets another short and gets down in here, the pullback, I would want to turn it back on. So we don't like to trade around these zones. So right there would have been an entry. If I hadn't paused it, it would have entered right here. And it very well may be a good short. But what we have figured is that when you're around these levels, we don't want to trade at these levels. It's kind of like going to a bar. And if you're looking for a fight, which you shouldn't be, but if you're looking for a fight, you don't want to fight the bouncer. These levels are the bouncer. You're better off to fight someone that is, drunk at the bar or something, more so than the bouncer. So we choose not to play around these levels. Now this would have been a good trade. It would have been another one, real good trade actually. But we don't know that when we're up here. When we get around these levels, we don't want to do it. Now that it's come down, we're going to look for a pullback. And when it pulls back, then we'll be looking for another short if we can get a pullback. It may not. So let's watch here and see what happens. This would have been a really good trade though. So on this one, we would have been entry right on through here. And our runner would be at 290 by itself, all the way down to here, which it wouldn't have got. You never get the bottom. But this would have been a good trade. But again, we don't know that going in. When we see these levels and it goes up and then pulls back a little bit and then starts going up, Yeah, this is a good sign of chop, and we just don't want to play that area. It'd be nice to get a decent little pullback up into here, and then for it to sell off, and then we can pick up that next one. That would have been a really good one. It would have got stopped out right here, though. The runner would have. So the runner itself on this one would have made $170. So been pretty good. So we would have got 20, 40, 140 to $310 right here as well. Been the same trade as this one. But it looks like it's just going to keep on selling off, being my luck. It'd been nice to have another $300 right here, but we didn't get it. And you can adjust the settings the way you want. The way we have our settings right now, we're looking to take fast profit on the majority of our contracts, which in this case is 4, so we're taking 2 immediately because we want to put some money in the account. And then we got another one right here, and just to get a little bit more money, and then we allow the runner to go. Now, if you want, you can always manually enter this. This particular one, I'm not willing to do that. We've gone way too far. We had this little pullback, this one. So it's more than likely going to pull back into this area right up here. Probably come up to the bottom of this right here. It'll probably pull up to about right here and then come on down. The way they're moving, though, they may just keep on moving it down. One way for it to go up is to go ahead and enter a short right here. If you enter a short right here, it'll reverse on you. But it's does pretty good. This would have been an excellent trade, though. Sometimes we get in the way of what the bot is doing, so. We may not get that pullback. It may just go ahead and just keep right on going. If it does, then we'll pause the bot again. I will not let it trade down in here. The market's just sold off all day. Right in here there was a lot of congestion. Probably a lot, well, we can't see it, but probably a decent level right in here in the past. But that would have been a really good trade. It accumulated quite a bit right here, and then they dropped it. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this, and I'll show you how that we get involved with this, as far as a lot of people don't understand what we do. And the biggest thing is, we have all the indicators that you can use so you can manually trade as well. The levels is one of the most important parts because you need to know where to get out of the trade. So the strategy allows us to get in, and then we have to know where to get out and how to control the stops. And I teach all that as far as how to do that to make it to where you can get in the trades a little bit better. Your entry is probably the hardest thing for people. They don't know where to get in. And with our indicators, we have proven, that the entries are really good. Just like here, I mean, that was a good entry. This was a good entry. This was a great entry. Another one right here. These would, this one and this one, all three of these would have played out if you'd went long on them. But we don't like to take those when we have a flow filter going down. We're looking for the longs. We're looking for higher probability trades. That's what we're looking for. So this right here would have been a great one. So we're looking, our entry would have been at 806, and it's down to 768 now. So you're looking roughly 50 points. That's a good trade. That's $1,000 a contract right there. but I don't like to get in unless it's on the entry. You know, if once we come through, I don't like to jump in the trades anymore. But the way it works is go to the Ninja or to the SpyMoneyLLC.com, click on the Ninja Suite. When you click on that, it's going to give you two options. You can lease the bots or the indicators. Most people lease the bots because it's hard to sit there and watch a chart like this right here. It's hard to sit there and watch this to know where to go. So I'm going to unpause this, see if we can get a good trade. Oh, actually, it didn't enter there. We'll go ahead and manually enter it because it didn't. I turned it on too late. So we'll go ahead and let this one go. If I had not had the pause on, it would have entered there, but we entered basically the same spot. So let's see if we can get a little extra money there. Hopefully it'll come right on down to the S2 and do us good. I don't like the way it's bouncing there, but I don't like the way it's going there. I think I'll just go ahead and manually bring my stop down here. The way it's moving there, I don't really like it. So I'll put my stop right there just to protect. It did take the profit and it would have brought my stop down to here, but I wanted to get it right up in there. There we go. There we go. So we're going to put our stop right there on the S2 because it will probably bounce here. So now we're up $710. So, and it would have been up another, 300 and some odd dollars if I'd left it on here. I'm going to go ahead and pause it because we're down in these levels. What will happen a lot of times, it'll hit these levels and then it will go ahead and start chopping around before it moves to the next level. So we like to take the profit there, but again, we're up $710. You know, that's not a bad day. I mean, if you make $710, $700 would be, what, $140,000 a year if you made that every trading day. So don't be greedy. And again, you can see this is live account. It's not a funded account. It's not a sim account. It's none of that. It's an actual live account. It's on my trust account. And it does a really good job. So up 710. So let's go back and talk about how we can get involved. So to do what I did, you would need this one here. And it's $1,300 a month. Most people make this a day or 2 days. Most people in our group. The bots are really not that much money when you consider what you get with it. You get all the training, the bots, the indicators, anything new that I do you get as well. And if you scroll down here, there's some of the bots we have. I don't have everything listed in here right now. The Sweet Scalper, this one right here is the one that's probably our main bot that we use. That's the majority of the people who trade with this one. And it does a really good job. As you can see, that's what we just used. You also have a lot of indicators, add-ons. You have trade copiers, you have the Spy Money toolbar, channels, drawing tools and such, and we also have the chop zone drawing tool in here now as well. Here's a lot of the questions I get. Occasionally I get another question or two. I try to put things in here to help you so you don't have to wait on me to answer you. If you do need to ask me more questions, or if you just need to talk to me and ask more and know that there's a live person, come up to the contact us. When you do that, put your information in here. I'm really good about contacting you back really quick. My support with my Ninja Suite users, I answer almost immediately. I'm in the Discord a lot. So if you have issues or whatever, we try to get them taken care of immediately. I don't like you have to wait. Another thing you can do is if you go, I'm going to show you this. We have a machine ID, so you can do that immediately. Now it doesn't show it, but right here it'll say Discord username. It doesn't show it on mine, but it'll say Discord username. That way you can go ahead and put your Discord name in, and it will send you a link and you can get into the Discord. But it only works with your Ninja Suite users. And since I don't pay for it, and since I own it, I don't have it. But once you lease it, that will pop up here, and that's how you get in. We have our download files for the bots and the indicators. We have setup instructions, and really the setup instructions is pretty easy. It's just a matter of a couple things in the NinjaTrader tools options to change. But this is the back end. This is where you would do everything. The Ninja Suite, everything for the Ninja Suite is right here, so it's easy to find. Also, we have the NinjaTrader 8 tips and tricks. You can get that free if you want. Just type in tips and tricks in the search at the top up here. So if you type it in up here, then it will pull that up and you get that free. Another free thing is the P&L worksheet. You can get that as well. Those are two things you get for free. There's no credit card, no obligation. I'm not going to harass you or anything. It's just something we give to people to help them. NinjaTrader is somewhat hard at first, and there's a lot of tricks in there that I teach to help you out. So that's how you get into that. If you don't have the good computer to access everything, we have a VPS. It's only $85 a month, and it's located in Chicago, so the executions are better. So that's something that may work better for you. Instead of having like your internet at your house is in and out all day long, not the best internet. This one is up 99.9% of the time, so it helps you out. And we go back here. If you don't have the money for an account, we recommend 4 trading companies. All 4 are good companies. It's just a matter of, they all have their pros and cons. It's a matter of what you want to do. I don't really have anything bad to say about any of them because they all work and they work well. If they didn't, I wouldn't have them on here. But if you click on any of these, there's discounts on each one of them. But once you click on them, open it up, then there's some discounts it'll give you to do that. And then we have, let's see, what else? I guess that's all. So let's go back and look at the trades again. So we're looking at them now. This would have been a good trade, so I would be up over $1,000 right here. And then this one right here is not a long, even though it was a good trade for long if you'd have done it, but you don't know that it's going to do that. Usually when you get down to these levels, when it bounces, it will usually bounce up quite a bit. The one thing that we have right now that I don't really care for is we have a double top here. It's actually a higher high, but this is a double top. So right here, this is probably going to come right back down to this area, and it's probably just going to weed through here with a lot of chop. That's why I didn't turn it on. This one right here probably will be a good trade. There's enough room here for profit, but I'm not taking it because we had a higher high. I don't like that. So more than likely, it'll pull down to about right here, and possibly go back up. But when you get into these areas of these levels of support, it's just not a real good area for you to go ahead and hop in trades and take chances. But again, this one right here would have paid off. This would have been a good trade, and the bot would have entered that trade. So right there, you would have got first and second target, and you would already be out on a break even of your runner. So this would have been a profitable trade. But if you have any questions, let me know. Be happy to help you. I'd love to get you started on this. Most of the people that join love it and keep on renewing. We do have some that cancel out. The commitment is a big issue. If you're not committed to learning this, then it's probably not for you. If you are committed to learning it and you want to try it out for a month and see what you think, then I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. We do not offer any free trials. So there's no discounts or anything like that. The price is actually very fair for what you get. I don't know anybody else that actually offers what I offer. But you get all the bots, any bot that I ever make, any update. There's only one fee. There's nothing else to buy, so it helps you out. But you can see right here, I was right about being the choppy area. This would have paid off, but is it worth it? When you get into these areas like this, you're better off just to pause the bot and wait. If you turned the bot on and just left it on all day, you probably wouldn't do very well because there is areas that you should not be trading, and the bot doesn't know that. But let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to help you. Have a great day.